So, I finished The Irishman. Came out in theaters, I think maybe a month ago, and then went to Netflix. Like, they had it planned out where it would be in theaters and in Netflix, like, basically at the same time, but a short release in theaters and go straight to Netflix. The Irishman is the latest from Martin Scorsese, who, you know, I went into this, like, I love his movies. Just saying that up front. Like, I'm a huge fan of the gangster film genre. Goodfellas is one of my all-time favorite films. The Departed is very high on my list of fantastic films that everyone should see. Huge DiCaprio fan, so that's probably that, and Goodfellas is probably my top two Scorsese films. So The Irishman is his latest film, and almost wanting to not like it that much because of the recent, like, Marvel Comics movies debacle, where he said that they weren't real cinema. But he later clarified, you know, what he meant there, and what he said made a lot of sense. But either way, you can't say Endgame isn't cinematic. Anyway, we're talking about The Irishman here. It was really cool to see all the greats from Scorsese films back together again. You had De Niro, Pacino, De Niro, Pacino, Joe Pesci. I thought it was really cool that they had Ray Romano in this. I've always been a huge fan of Ray Romano. So I enjoyed the film very much. I would say, though, that it is not Scorsese's best work. It's not top of the heap for me. Like I said, The Departed, I absolutely loved, and Goodfellas is one of my all-time favorite movies, you know, ever. So those are hard to top. But it's really cool. It's kind of nostalgic. It's like one last hurrah from all these greats who played in all these fantastic like gangster genre films. It was really cool to see them all together again. It was really, really awesome. But like I said, I enjoyed the film very much, but when it comes to Scorsese films, it's not his best. It's not his best work, definitely. But not bad. Running time was 3.5 hours, which I was kind of surprised by. Like, his movies are usually a little longer, but, like, that's fucking long, dude. That's a long film. I don't know if it needed to be that long to tell this story. But basically, it's this story, this imagining, if you will, of what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. Like, everyone, you know, no one knows who shot Jimmy Hoffa. It's like a big thing. Pop culture thing, or at least was, you know, many years ago. But yeah, look up Jimmy Hoffa. Read about that if you haven't before. If you're younger, you may not have ever heard of Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa was a real person. I don't know how real any of the other events in this movie are, but he was definitely a real person. He definitely was a version of the person you saw in this film, played by Al Pacino. All the acting was brilliant. The movie was fantastic. But like I said, you're comparing it to some of the greatest of all time by this director. So it's hard to top the stuff he's done before. But I enjoyed it very much. I would give it probably it's not one where, like, Goodfellas, Departed, those movies I will watch over and over and over again. I don't see myself doing that with this. So I would say maybe a 7 to 8 out of 10 from me. Not a super rewatchable film for me, but still enjoyed it very much. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like videos like this where I talk about movies, TV series, comic books, nerd shit, pop culture, any of that type of stuff, subscribe for more, because that's what I do here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.